Hello everyone! In this video, we will get to know all the advanced features and configuration options that Flash Cache offers to ensure your website's high speed. So do not forget to subscribe to our channel, put your thumbs up, and enjoy the video. So this is the general settings of Flash Cache, and here you can simply enable your cache and disable and or delete your cache. After enabling, you can save changes and you can move on. But if you still want to make some configurations, then you go to advanced options, and now let's explore all the features that this section offers. So our first feature here is cache location, which specifies where your cache is going to be placed for each your website page. Then we have the viewer protocol policy. So first of all, this is for letting you know that Flash Cache works with both HTTP and HTTPS protocols, and we have two options here. If you choose this one, that it will keep the cache in both protocols, but if you choose the second one, it will redirect your website users from HTTP to HTTPS. Then we have default TTL, which specifies the lifetime of the cache objects, and after the specified timeline, the cache will be automatically deleted. Then we have this feature, do not cache users with cookies, and we have here free default cookie types, and which we can simply add it by adding a new one or deleting the rows. So here we can see comment author, WordPress logged in, WP postpass, and we can add our own. Then we have the cache process feature, which has two options, only with URL requests and only with URL requests. The first one is recommended by the developers, and here is why. So basically, it creates this option creates a buffer where all the objects of your page are being stored and cached, and so during the next cache time and updates, it will use the CURL for its update. But the second one will send you consistent requests, and you should admit them so that it can process. So this is why it is a bit slower than the first one, and this is why it is recommended by the developers. And then we have optimized styles and optimized scripts, which are very easy to use. You just enable and disable them. So the free version of this plugin only unifies the CSS and scripts and optimizes them without minimizing. The pro version of this plugin also minimizes them with a separate option. And then we have the last one, our log type, and we have two options here, log with files and log with a database. So you know that cache occurs when users access the front end of your website, and sometimes happens that several users access your website simultaneously, and although the plugin uses files to block the interruption of cache process and update, it may sometimes be failed due to some servers or configurations. So this is why there's also this log with DB option, which ensures that it is compatible in any case. We can also create patterns using Flash Cache, and here's how. So here we have two caches pattern already created, default and fit and search. And if you want to add our own, then we are simply clicking on add new. And here we can see all the configurations that we can make here. First of all, we can make our patterns, so we can then use our bulk actions. So in this page types, we are choosing all the pages of our website that we want to be cached. So in this part, we are choosing our post types, and if we do not choose specific post types, then it will automatically include all these posts. So let's say we want our pages and posts only. Then when we go on, we can see when we want our cache update to work. For example, when inserting or updating a post, or inserting a new post, or update cache on comments. Then we can also see our front page and home, archives, tags and category, feeds, search pages, and author pages. And it has like the simplest interface, and you can simply either enable or disable this. As simple as possible. Then in this part we can see URL must contain and URL should not contain filters option. So you can configure whether you want to cache or not cache some specific pages of your website, and there you insert your URLs of the pages you want, and it will automatically either cache or not cache those pages. For example, it is convenient not to cache a dynamic page or a user profile page because they are different for each one. So for this, in this URL should not contain part, we're simply passing a profile if we do not want, for example, profile pages to be cached. And in this part, we are choosing our cache type, HTML static, which is ultra fast, and PHP files. So this one will ensure that your website's speed is ultra fast. So you can go on with this type. Then here you can also say minimum and maximum TTLs, which are the lifetimes and which we have already discussed previously. So you can also configure this too, and then you are just simply clicking on publish. So we know that cache updates occur when the users access your website's front end. And there is this very useful feature that Flash Cache offers, which is called preload. And preload is the process that creates a cache of all public pages and taxonomies. Taxonomies meaning tags and categories on your based on your options and patterns previously configured. So when you enable preload, it means that even before your users access your website's front end, the cache is already updated and stored. So your website is even faster when they access your website for the first time. So this is why you should enable preload, and also cache taxonomies, meaning that you can activate this option for all the public taxonomies, categories, and tags. And then here you can choose the number of pages per execution and time per preload. This one is in seconds. So these are the relevant numbers that is put default, but you can still change them. But this is the most optimal timeline and page number. But still you can configure them, and you can also disable preload on finish, which means that this will be a one-time preload, and the cache will not preload it again after the initial load. So you can disable this or enable this, so this is based on your preferences already. And then when you click save changes, you need to execute preload and wait for that. That was it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you still have got any questions, don't forget to drop them in the comments and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks for watching. Bye.